Hello everybody, it's Joe from Bourbon Battles. Hey, we're back with you with another great store pick review from our friends at Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits in Annapolis, Maryland. Hey, everybody's had Knob Creek, but have you had Hirsch? Stick around to see what we think about it. Hopefully you saw our episode. It was either last episode or 2 episodes ago where we highlighted the 2 store picks from Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits. That Angel's Envy was out of this world, and that stuff from Lost Art Distillery. If you're in that Washington, D.C., Annapolis, Maryland area, you're crazy to not go try some of that stuff and get yourself on a bottle. So let's try a couple things from them today. We've got their Knob Creek pick, traditional Knob Creek coming to you at 120 proof. And we've got their Hirsch Double Oak. I've done a lot of research on this. It's 126.4 proof. I'm still a little intrigued by what this is all about. So let's talk about the Hirsch. So I looked and looked and looked, and I've got just a regular old Double Oak, I believe, from Hirsch. And they did those with a blend of 2 different mash bills to come up with their Double Oak. This is a single barrel product, so it's completely different. Very, very interesting, right? When you do research on this, I can't tell where it's sourced from. It is not MGP. This one says right on here, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Double Oak. Yeah, check out Hirsch's website. I'll put it up on the screen here so you can kind of thumb through there and see what you think about them. So far, what I've had from Hirsch, I really like. This is the Double Oak that I have. It is not a store pick, and I was pretty impressed with that. So let's get into the Hirsch, then we'll move on to the Knob Creek. If you're a bourbon lover and you're a Knob Creek, you already know this is worth picking up, right? I didn't have to taste it to be able to tell you that, although I have had one that's sitting right up here somewhere that I did not care for from Knob Creek, so that's interesting. But that's what's so great about bourbon. Everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. Everybody's palate's different. So let's get into this Hirsch. The nose on this is out of this world. You know, as I'm reading, I misspoke. This is from 2 different mash bills, an 8-year 7-month-old and a 3-year 7-month-old. So this is kind of the same thing. Now they go into the secondary barrel of American oak, and I'm guessing that's where the Bay Ridge got to select one. So that's very interesting that this is a blend, but out of Kentucky. Such a unique nose, not going along the lines of snickerdoodles, maybe. I'd tasted this before, and in fact, you know what? I'm going to taste it against the one that's not a store pick, because that's what I like to do. I like to compare things. Let's just see how it stacks up to what we'll call the shelf bottle. So far, everything I've tried from Bay Ridge has been fantastic. Whoever's tasting the whiskey down there, you can trust their palate. The store pick is definitely rounded off the edges and the little bit of harshness it has. And those vibrant flavors, those specific flavors that you get are a little more pronounced. So it's not a far cry from the shelf product. So I would not hesitate to pick that up. This is quite a bit better. So thank you to whoever picked that at Bay Ridge. This is something different. It's something unique. It's something cool to have on your shelf. I don't know the price. We don't talk about price here because it's relative to everybody. Man, this is good. Thank you so much to the folks at Bay Ridge for sending that down here for us to review. So now let's move on to the Knob Creek. So I've got a real fondness for Knob Creek, right? So I love Knob Creek expressions. Love Jim Beam in general. So what I've done is in the little mini Glen here, I've taken one of my absolute favorite Knob Creek store picks, and that's from Red Barrel Liquors in Mooresville, Indiana. Thank you, Alex, for getting that taken care of. So we're going to have a little battle here between Red Barrel in Indiana and Bay Ridge in Annapolis, Maryland. So this is going to be fun. On the nose, Totally different. You get a little more harshness. You get a little more of a heavier nose out of Red Barrel. We'll see how that translates to the palate. And I think that the Knob Creek store picks are kind of all over the place, right? They're all so very unique, and I don't know that I typically can pick a favorite. Again, Red Barrel, Alex, you picked a hell of a whiskey there. That is, I love it. Now let's try the Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits out of Annapolis, Maryland. Two totally different experiences, right? So the proof feels like it's way less from Bay Ridge. Does the flavor get compromised at all? No, not really. It's a different experience altogether. I wouldn't even begin to pick, I like this one over that one. Maybe somebody could trick me into doing that at some point in a blind. But as I'm sitting here and I know what I'm doing, I like them both for what they are. Good job, Alex. Good job, Bay Ridge. There are a lot of similarities in there. Of course, you get the typical Jim Beam notes and all that. Do not hesitate to pick up either one of these. If you're into whiskey like I am, or you have a bunch of Knob Creek store picks already, you have a few, and you had to choose, you could only buy one of these. If you don't have any Knob Creek store picks, I'd buy the Knob Creek. If you have a couple on yourself and you don't have a Hirsch, I'd buy the Hirsch. So there you go. That's me helping, not helping at all. So check all that out. Like I said, if you're in that area, by all means, go down there. And hey, if you want a link to their website, check out bourbonbattlesblind.com. We've got a link up on our website that'll take you right to the Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits Facebook page. Got all the contact information. You can stay up to date on everything they're releasing down there. I know they just released a new riff pick. I love new riff picks, so hint, hint, Bay Ridge. Let's get one of those out to us. We'll get it reviewed right away. So thank you again to everybody for making this possible down at Bay Ridge. We really appreciate everything, helping us provide great content. And as always, here at Bourbon Battles, we want to remind you, drinking bourbon is supposed to be fun. Do it responsibly. Do it with your friends. Whatever you do, don't drink and drive. Hey, until next time, make sure you like and subscribe. That helps us out a lot. And find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. If you don't know where to find any of that, just go to bourbonbattlesblind.com. It'll take you to everything you wanted to know, including Patreon. Hey, we'll see you next time.